All right, cool. What's up, y'all? It's Angel. Today I'm gonna fuck. What's up, y'all? It's Angel. Today we're gonna do a Q&A. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more of an understanding of who I am and kind of what I do and what I represent. I'm gonna kick my feet up. We gonna get right into this one. All right, cool. So, describe your creative process when composing or arranging music. Okay. Um, well, I'll say two things. My process has changed as of late recently. Me being a recording artist, what I used to do is I used to write. I used to write like in my phone. I used to write paragraphs of just like songs and shit, and I used to really get real in depth and like what I wanted the song to be about, and just like, and sometimes I still do this, not as often, but I used to get real in depth in what I wanted the song to be about, and kind of what I wanted to get out of the song, right? I don't do that anymore. Now I just punch in. I ain't gonna lie. Like I load up a beat. I load up a beat that I think is hard. Um, and I just go crazy. Like, and you can I kind of just go off of energy now, like off of kind of how I'm feeling. And I'll say the most random shit now. Um, and I could just kind of rock with it, you know. I'll say the most random shit, but like if it feels good, if it feels right, I'll let it be. You know, before I used to be a lot more structural when I'm making my songs. Now I'm just kind of letting my flow and everything work for me. And it's a lot more fun, at least to me, to do it that way. It's a lot more fun. I found a lot more freedom in it, and yeah. Granted, the songs don't always come out as good. Sometimes songs come out worse, but I think that's good and a bad thing. I'm not afraid to make bad songs. I'm not afraid to mess up, just because you can always just it's on to the next song after that, bro. You know, you can't be wasting too much time on one song, and I think that's really the main reason why I stopped doing that shit is because I realized I was spending too much time per song, and I just couldn't. I was becoming unmotivated, you know. So nice. Next question. Yeah. Have you ever been on the road? No, I have not. I have not. Um, Being a smaller artist, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty small. Being a smaller artist, I haven't been on the road. I haven't been on shows. I Closest thing I've done to performing really is there's an Only Vibes. That's like a DM. Well, not just DMV, but they have a station in the DMV. And I performed one of my older songs, one of my screamo songs on there. So that was really fun. But man, I want to get booked. I gotta get booked, man. I gotta get booked because I do want to be on the road. I do want to, you know, have shows. I do want to meet people from different states and shit like that. But currently, no, I've not been on the road. But that'll change. That'll change for sure, 100%. Next question: what are your greatest strengths as a musician? And I'll just add in what are your greatest weaknesses. Okay. My greatest strengths, I feel, are well. I have a few ones that come to mind. My voice. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and glaze myself. I really like my voice. I like the way. Sometimes I don't like my voice actually, but I like kind of where my voice can go. I like the distinctiveness of my voice. I like the clarity and also lack thereof. Um, yeah, not the glaze, but I like my voice. I feel like I could take your bitch from my voice. Second is I like my mind, my open mindedness about everything. I've never been one to kind of shy away from like differing viewpoints and just trying new things, just trying stuff. You know, I love all types of stuff. I'm not just like a type of artist where I'll hop on any like the same type beats. Like nah, I'll hop on some country shit. I'll hop on some jazz shit, some hyper pop shit, and you can see that like in the songs that I've dropped. You can see that like if you go to my Spotify, I have like 5 songs up right now. All 5 of them are like different genres. Really, well, like 4 out of 5 are different genres. You know, like so. That's just 'cause I love experimenting. I feel like that's my biggest strength is my experimentation. Um, Weaknesses. I be getting lazy sometimes, bruh. I be getting so lazy, bruh. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bruh. Like, fuck. Sometimes, like, there are days. There are days where I know I'm supposed to be like locked into the artist shit, and I know I'm supposed to be recording, and I know I'm supposed to be making content, and I don't because I just get so lazy. I get so tired. I'm a lazy motherfucker, bro. That's something I gotta stop. That's definitely like my biggest weakness is like my procrastination and just like my I gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest things I want to change about myself, honestly. Hold on, let me make sure I'm still recording in this bitch. What the fuck? My dream collabs. What are your dream collaborations? Okay, I'm gonna start smaller and then get bigger. First off, I will say I want to collab with. Oh wait, that's too big. I can't start with that. Hold on. I want to collab with everybody from the DMV. Honestly, I know I said I was gonna start small and go big, but I want to collab with Nino Payne. That'd be hard. Like I know he's one of the biggest niggas out of the DMV right now. I would love to make a song with him type shit. Nino Payne. And then like I'm just thinking about niggas that I listen to. Young Manny. I would love to collab with Young Manny. That shit would be hard. I would fuck with that shit heavy. But Brent Fayez, just DMV, people from the DMV, bro. I want to collab with them. Corday. I know he's not an artist, but Chris Next Door, I think the songs that he has made, like I think they're fire shit. I ain't gonna lie. Chris Next Door, that should be amazing. Yeah, those are just people that I listen to that I would love to get on a track with and love to like kind of share brains with and shit like that. I don't know if I want to collab with any mainstream artists. They'd be scary. SZA, I can't lose. What? Nigga, I would love to collab with SZA, bro. Oh my goodness. SZA. Let me think, who else? I'm drawing a blank right now. But I just tell y'all who I listen to. Kenny Mason. Oh, what? Kenny Mason like has been my favorite rapper for like fucking. I have a few favorite rappers, but I forgot to say Redveil. Fuck. Redveil. Mavi. There's so many niggas who come to mind. I want to collab with so many people because I listen to so many different niggas. But yeah. Redveil comes to mind. BK the Ruler. Oh shit. Bruh. I can't even think right now, but just because I have so many different names going through my head. But yeah. Tell me about yourself and your musical journey. Okay. That's a long story, but I'll give you like a little bit of the beginning. My musical journey started off with, I remember I was in guitar class. Well, first of all, I always liked writing raps. I always liked writing little rhyme schemes and shit. I used to do that shit in middle school. I remember the middle school I went to, they had like a rap competition. It's like an anti-bullying campaign, and you had to write like a song to promote anti-bullying. And I believe the winner had got to perform it with famous local rapper. I don't remember which rapper it was, but I remember I wrote something, and I remember I submitted it late as a bitch. And I remember I was so excited about it. I lost. I was kind of mad about that. I ain't gonna lie, I lost. But since like even before then, I've always been on that shit. But really, I started off on not BandLab, but the OG BandLab, GarageBand iOS. Niggas don't know about that shit. Like that was BandLab before BandLab, GarageBand iOS. And I remember watching like that TED Talk with Steve Lacy, because that was his shit. He was just talking about how he made Red, and his host, I think the whole Steve Lacy tape demo tape on GarageBand iOS with just his phone. And I remember I used to, when my parents were home, I used to because I didn't know how to transfer the audio files of beats. I used to, cause my parents had a speaker system and shit in the house. I used to play the speaker system loud as a bitch in front of my phone, trying to get the beat. Like I used to play it on the TV, trying to get the beat, record the beat through my phone and shit like that. And I used to play it sit my phone right in front of the speaker and play it into the phone and shit. And then I used to record over that with my shit. I don't know. I didn't know how to do none of that shit. Like I didn't know how to transfer audio files and shit like that. So that's how I was doing. I didn't know how to YouTube to MP3 it and all that shit. So I remember that's what I used to do. I used to record over that shit. And I remember one of my first ones was a cover of Hope by XXXTentacion. That shit was, I thought that shit was fire at the time. I ain't gonna lie. I might still have it somewhere in my laptop or some shit. But I thought that shit was fire. That's when I was really like, I mean, I'm still having fun with it, but that's like when I was like in love with the shit. That's when I fell in love with the shit. When I realized like, damn, I can record shit. I can record my voice and I can make a song and I can throw little effects on it. Cause GarageBand iOS was like, it has like the little auto-tune plugin and shit like that. It has like compression and all that and reverb. And you can make things on it, you know? It was BandLab before the BandLab. I ain't gonna lie though, like that's not even no diss to BandLab, because BandLab artists are fucking fire, nigga. I be seeing niggas like make like shit on BandLab, and that shit sound like they made it in the studio. I'd be like, what the fuck? This shit be sounding better than my shit with all my expensive ass interfaces and shit. I'd be so mad about that shit. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, yeah, shout out all them BandLab artists, nigga. That shit's crazy. I be feeling hurt. I ain't gonna lie, I be feeling hurt because I was on that shit. Like GarageBand was that shit before the shit, but that's okay. All right. I'm gonna answer 2 more questions. How do you deal with performance anxiety? I ain't gonna lie. Growing up, I had a lot of anxiety about a lot of things, about myself, about the way I looked, about how about how people perceived me and shit. And I still have a little bit of anxiety and shit. I still get nervous. But for the most part, I don't know. I don't be like, I feel like because I'm not old, but like I'm 23. So like I'm not old, but I feel like I'm past that age where I stop caring about what people think, and I realize that life is too short. I realize how short life is to really like, you're caring about what other people think. You're caring about like this, that, and the third. And really, what another thing is, I realize how lame everybody is. I realize how lame all these niggas is. When you're younger, you look up to all these older people. You look up to all these people. You think they're all cool as shit, you all that. And then like you start seeing shit for what it is. You realize everyone's lame as fuck. You realize you're cooler than everybody. Or if not cooler, you're just as cool as everybody. Everybody around you. That's why I don't even be like really like giving a fuck. Like I'll hop on the stage in front of niggas and I really think I'm the shit. Really think I own the shit. And like not give a fuck. Even if I fuck up. Like I'll still be nervous. Don't get me wrong, I'll still be nervous. Like, I'm still human about that shit. But I won't get the anxiety. Oh no, what if they don't like me? I don't give a fuck. They can hate me. I like, nigga, if they hate you, you doing something right. That's how I view it. Like, so that's my shit about that. Performance anxiety. I don't really, granted, I haven't really performed that often, like that much, but that's not something I would have, honestly. Have you ever taught yourself how to play an instrument? I didn't teach myself. Like I said earlier, I was in a guitar class, and that's really like where my love for music like really, really like blossomed and grew. I had a teacher that like I used to play my music for, that I would record on my phone, and she would tell me like, oh yeah, that shit's fire. Like I remember one time she had me playing on like the speaker, the classroom speaker and shit like that, and she was like, wow, you know, she was hyping my head up and shit like that. And I remember like that shit just giving me like, that's where a lot of my confidence comes from. For sure, because during that time I was very nervous. I was very like shy about the shit. Didn't really know if I was good or not. And she kind of really instilled all that motivation and all that confidence in me. So shout out to that teacher, man. That's really a blessing, like lifelong blessing about that shit. Yeah, she taught me like I learned a lot of guitar. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been on the guitar shit lately though. I'm probably trash now. I ain't gonna lie, but I knew how to play guitar a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would play, my favorite song to play was "I Love You" by Billie Eilish. I used to crank that shit, and I used to play at like the school plays and shit. I remember I played "I Love You" by Billie Eilish one year, and I played fuck, I played "It's True." I played "Stay" by Post Malone. I might bring up a video of that shit if I haven't. I played "Stay" by Post Malone for the school talent show, and I rock. I ain't gonna lie, I rocked that shit. That shit was hard. That shit was hard. I might actually bring out my guitar and start practicing that shit again because I was having a lot of fun with that shit. What is the best piece of advice you received as a musician? The best piece of advice I received as a musician was from a studio owner. He told me, and basically we were just kind of going back and forth about like mixes and how things sound and how to get things to sound professional. And I remember he told me, he was like, "Bruh, don't even like get shit's fine." Like he told me like to chill because I was focusing too much on like how much like I've de-essed the S's and like how much compression is on the lead vocal and like how wide the stereo width of the chorus is, you know, which all those things obviously are important, but he was just telling me like, nigga, just focus on flow, focus on energy, focus on like making a good song. You know what I'm saying? Because average listeners don't care. They don't know what compression is. They don't know that you don't added an eighth note delay on the fifth part of the chorus. They don't know that shit. Like they hear it and like that adds to the feeling, but it's about the general picture. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about the context. It's about how all those things exist in context, and to not get too bogged down in the details and just make music, bro. Just make music that people can enjoy and people would like to listen to. Like that's all it is, bro. It's like painting, bro. You got these, you know what I'm saying? Just paint. Just paint. You ain't gotta worry about what like you ain't gotta worry about like the science of it all. Don't get bogged down on the science. It's not science, it's art, you know? So hey, that's all I got for today. I'm Anxgl. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please drop a like, a follow. Follow me on TikTok at Anxgl Edits. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah, and I'm gonna have more content for y'all. I'm dropping a video. Matter of fact, I'm about to upload the video right now, a music video. I'm about to upload it with the song right now, so that'll be out this week. And stay tuned for more content. Peace.